Hello and welcome to another video from Midas Touch Toys, Games, Collectibles. And today we're looking at the 1966 release by Corgi from their TV tie-in series of diecast models or vehicles. And this particular one is of the Oldsmobile, otherwise known as the Thrush Buster, from the Man from U.N.C.L.E. series, television series, which starred Robert Vaughn as Napoleon Solo and David McCallum as Illya Kuryakin. Okay, this is the box it comes in. It says the Man from U.N.C.L.E. gun firing Thrush Buster. So that's the front of the box. If we tip the box over to the side, it says Corgi Toys. You've got the Corgi logo there. It says made in Great Britain. Napoleon Solo driving and firing, Illya Kuryakin gunning for Thrush. 1966 Metro Gold Mare Inc. Diecast scale models, Playcraft Toys Limited. On this side you've got exactly the same again, and if we turn it over to the other side, yeah, so we got pretty much exactly the same on either side. And at the end of the box it says Corgi Toys 497, the Man from U.N.C.L.E. gun firing Thrust Buster. Okay, that's the box, and without further ado, let's open it up and have a good look at the model. Okay, so I've removed the model from the box, and you can see it's on its own display plinth. The display plinth says gun firing Thrust Buster, the Man from U.N.C.L.E. And you've got Napoleon Solo driving and firing, Illya Kuryakin gunning for Thrush. And there you've got, there's a little bit of a tear on here, so the wording's gone, but you've got Thrust Buster. I'm assuming that says Man from U.N.C.L.E. Thrust Buster. Okay, this is the model. There's a little tag that goes on top to show you how to operate the button. So this is the Oldsmobile from the Man from U.N.C.L.E. So let's just turn it over to the bottom. It says Oldsmobile Super 88, Man from U.N.C.L.E. Corgi Toys, made in Great Britain, and you've got the patent numbers and so on the bottom there. So you can see you've got Illya Kuryakin firing his gun, and you've got, oh sorry, that's Napoleon Solo, beg your pardon. Illya Kuryakin is on this side. Illya Kuryakin was the blonde, and Napoleon Solo was the dark-haired figure. And if you press the button, so you can see Illya Kuryakin head pops out of the door, and Napoleon Solo pops in. So that's what the button activates. So basically it pulls the figures to the side. So Napoleon Solo is hanging out of the car firing his gun. Press the button and he goes in. Illya Kuryakin is sitting inside behind the windscreen. Press the button and he pops out. So that is what the button's for. The vehicle features 3 rolling wheels, so it can move up and down. Now, size-wise, we're looking at, let's go millimeters. We are looking at a measurement of about 10.5, maybe 11 centimeters, 10.5 centimeters long. Width-wise, we're looking at 4 centimeters, and if we go height-wise, from the top of the button to the bottom of the tie, you're looking again at 4 centimeters. So that gives you an idea of the scale. I think it's a 1/43 scale model. Doesn't tell you anywhere what it is, but that's the scale that most of these models were back in the 1960s. The bodywork is phenomenal. It's very, very well kept. There's hardly any marks on it at all that I can see. There are a few little paint rubs. There's a tiny bit there, and there's a few little marks on this side as well, where it's been probably going in and out of the box. And there's a tiny little mark on the roof there. Other than that, the paintwork is immaculate. The sticker is very fresh, hasn't discolored or come off, it's still there. And there's a few little marks on the front of the bonnet there as well, but other than that, you can see how good it is, how clean it is at the bottom. So this particular item was a display item. I don't think it was ever played with. I think it was just put in a display cabinet and stayed there for, well, pretty much forever, really. Now this also comes with the Waverly ring, which features a holographic image, so you get Napoleon solo and Illya Kuryakin, depending on which angle you're looking at the ring. Now this is an original ring from the 1960s, and you can quite simply tell that by the discoloration of the ring that sits onto your finger. It's discolored somewhat. The repro ones, well, they were obviously still the same color as the silver around the edges. They extended around to the ring, but this is an original one which didn't have that. It was just white plastic at the time, but that's discolored somewhat, and it's now well, it looks like dirty plastic. But that's the original 1960s Waverly ring, together with an original 1966 Thrustbuster. However, now for the bad news. The plinth is a reproduction. It's quite an early reproduction. These early ones were the boxes were made, and then the card was printed onto paper. The printing was done on paper and then was glued onto the card. However, the gumming comes off. Obviously, card and eventually soaks up the glue, and they come unstuck, and that's what's happening to this one here. Other than that, it's a very nice repo copy, but again, on the back it's coming undone, and these are obviously a little bit different to what the original ones were. So it's not a bad representation of the plinth, but it's not the best I've seen either. But it's very good for an early version. The later versions were printed on or printed onto card itself. Obviously technology had moved on and you can print them better, but these early ones wasn't. This was a nice little touch, the ring that goes around the top of the car, although I think the original ones had quite a thick cardboard tube that was sat over the button. Onto the box. Well, the box is also a reproduction, albeit a pretty good one in actual fact, and you can see that it's faded somewhat at the front, and you can also see very carefully that the paper is lifting off of the back of the card, which to say was quite common on these early repo boxes. This one has had some clear plastic put around the outside of it to keep it all together and keep it nice and clean, so it does make it look much better than what it would have done without the plastic on. But it is a repo box. That is it really for this item. I mean, it's still a fantastic item. Obviously the car and the original Waverly ring actually make this a very good collectible set, and the collectors are searching for models in this condition, especially with an original Waverly ring, which are incredibly difficult to find in this condition. But as usual, we at Midas Touch have managed to find a few, and they are currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to very simply by clicking the link below. It'll take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Man from Uncle items, and many other vintage toys, games, collectibles. Come to that, there's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we are uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I'm absolutely positive you don't want to miss this, because we literally have thousands and thousands of products which we are shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there is something in particular you're looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost memories. Well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on the review of this item. I hope you've enjoyed this short video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again soon.